What is going on, guys? Welcome to Adam's Land. Welcome to Pub Talk in Adam's Land. Different pub from usual today. Normally it's hosted on RobFuz's channel, but tonight he's got a couple of things on. He will be joining us in the pub, as always, but he is running a little bit late. So Rob has sent his apologies for being late to the pub, as you can see in the chat. But tonight, Pub Talk is back. Pub Talk episode 27. It's our top Universal attractions and more. We're doing it with a slightly different look and feel to the way we've done it before. More on that in a bit. But first, let's bring in the rest of the guys. So we have got, boom, there we go. We've got Mike and Jen from Our Theme Life. Hey guys, how you doing? Oh, you are muted. Mike. That's a great start. Mike and Jen are muted. Yeah, they've muted their mic at their end. So we'll come back to, oh, there we go.
All good. Hey, guys.
That's a great start, guys. So Mike and Jen from Our Theme Life. It's been a while since you guys have been in the pub.
It's been a minute, man. Yeah, it's been a while, but we're happy to be back on Pub Talk with the new format, and just really excited, and really just want to say thanks for having us on. We're excited.
Oh, yeah, thanks for coming on. Okay, one of our Pub Talk regulars. You can see him right here, right below me. This guy here. He's looking around. He's DizneyDan. He's been busy all day, but he's back with us just in time. Dan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing very nice. I am super excited to do this Pub Talk today. So yeah, it's gonna be great.
And just down there is that way, yeah. Hey, dude. So yeah, there's a guy that's joining us today. Brandon obviously has been in the pub many times, but this is his first time with us where he can actually legally have a drink. Brandon, you got a drink?
I do. It is it's a Crook and Marker spiked and sparkling peach,
but it's alcoholic, right?
Alcoholic, yes.
After waiting for 21 years, we're just confirming that it is actually alcoholic, yeah?
Confirmed.
Well, Brandon, for last month, happy birthday, belated. We've not really said it on the stream. Welcome to the pub. Welcome to Coming of Age. Cheers.
Cheers.
And yeah, and Mike and Jen have got a drink too. Dan, are you on the water tonight?
The water's already in my body.
The water's already in your body. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So normally Rob would ask me to do this, but Rob's not here. So Dan, who's in the chat?
Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Hello. Hi. So LSU Mum, welcome into the stream. Rachel Sussex here. RobFuz, partner channel, awesome guy. I mean, it feels a little bit different not having Rob in the pub. Not pub in the Rob, because that'd be weird. But Rob in the pub. Meg from Mickey's Magic, so good to see you, Meg. Hope you're feeling better. Disney Circus Girl, welcome in. Mouse Talk is here. Tina McNeil is here. Mike Wheeler is here. Grace F is here. DPC Dad is here. Some guy called FantasmicEars is here. Some people called Our Theme Life is here. Christopher 27531 is here. And some guy called Adam's Land is here. And yeah, that's about it. Hello,
yeah,
and Kay Atwood.
Kay Atwood as well. Welcome, Kay. How are you doing?
Hello,
everybody.
I've never done that before, so I kind of felt out of place.
No, sorry, dude.
It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, what's everyone been up to? I mean, obviously, Dan, you were live last night, weren't you? Doing Fiasco episode number, what was it last night?
67.
67. That's right. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah,
well done.
I was on with Steve and Shep. There's a lot of fun. We were talking about Disney traditions and OCD and that kind of stuff. Things that you just have to do. If you don't do it, you kind of like feel empty inside. So
yeah,
don't get me started on bottled water, because
I saw that topic actually, and it made me smile because instantly it made me think of all my trips to the Magic Kingdom. And and I've said this on other streams before, I always walk in. And I always have to go straight to Tomorrowland. One of my first rides will either be TTA, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, or Space Mountain. One of those three. Yeah. Just as long as I'm there in that direction. I've never done Magic Kingdom in any other order. It's my thing to always go that way. So yes, it's
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that whole OCD kind of tradition thing that you were talking about. Yes. Welcome, Tina, as well. I just saw Tina pop in. So, and clearly I've not been watching the news because Mickey's Magic just says prayers to our UK friends for the hurricane.
Oh, wow.
Have we got a hurricane coming?
Yeah.
I was
hatches
unaware of this.
and for that matter.
Yeah.
Apparently we're getting a hurricane.
But is it going through northern England or?
I hope so.
It wouldn't really bother us. We just put on a slightly thicker coat. It's fine. Just put on a slightly thicker jacket would be fine. So. The southerners will be battening down the hatches, but the northerners will just be like, it's just a bit of rain, wind. We'll be fine. Yes. So Disney Circus Girl is in the chat as well. Welcome. She says, yes, Hurricane Lorenzo is coming our way. Well,
wow.
Can't we just
welcome
call it
Lorenzo.
Really British, Hurricane Mr. Smith or something.
Hurricane Jeff.
Meg, Meg, my head did grow.
Hurricane Colin.
That's more proper. A hurricane.
Hurricane Jeffrey.
Hurricane Colin.
This is what we're going to be doing the rest of the show. Just thinking.
Yeah. So, Mike and Jen, right here. Mike and Jen. Hey guys. Hey, what have you guys been up to? Because you guys have not been here in a while. So yeah, I want to know what you guys have been up to.
Oh, life.
Yeah, life. Raising a child is very challenging and rewarding, but mostly challenging at the same time.
Challenging.
We haven't been too active in the past few months, but we definitely want to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, we've just been busy, just trying to catch up on some things, get some things done that we want to get accomplished. And I mean, like I said, raising a child is an adventure in and of itself. So he keeps us on our toes.
Yeah, he's 5 now.
Nonstop. So yeah, he's 5. He just started
5.
Yeah,
wow.
So it's exciting, but we're like at the same time, slow down, stop growing up.
We
That's
now
amazing.
do homework every night.
Yeah.
You're now doing homework every night. Oh yes, yeah. I was trying to help Ebony with her homework today. So it's that's something I'm used to doing every weekend with Ebony, and it's yes, obviously, or if on the rare occasions that she stays with me in the week, obviously it's a nightly thing like it is for you guys, and that's always fun because I remember when I was a kid and homework was a lot. It was fewer and further between when homework was issued to us at that age, but when we got it, it was quite straightforward and you knew what you were doing. Whereas when Ebony started and when Ebony was like Dylan's age, she was bringing homework home where I was like, wow, we didn't even cover this stuff in high school. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if they're just expecting kids to be smarter and smarter these days. They're expecting rocket scientists by the age of 4 next or what? I don't know. But it was just some of the stuff I was like, wow, like why are they covering this at this age? And it's
exactly.
I think a lot of it is for the parents more than the kids.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, to keep our brains active. Yeah.
I'm like,
huh? I remember
I have to read that again. What?
Yeah, like when I went to kindergarten, like all we had to focus on was coloring a couple of pictures and nap time, and that was it. And you went home, and that was it. Now it's like you got to do fractions and multiplication tables and writing full essays, and like what?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
It's insane.
According to the curriculum, our 5-year-old is going to be writing a short story by the end of the school year.
What?
Wow.
Just throwing that out there.
That's
so
cool. Pretty crazy.
That is very, very cool. So I look forward to hearing Dylan's story later in the year. So yeah.
The regular Dylan segment.
Yeah.
Yes. Dylan could come and do a segment with us. So
he'll come on the stream and personally tell you guys his experience. So look forward to that.
A bit of love there for Ebony and Dylan from Meg. So thank you, Meg.
Thank you, Meg. Thank you.
And welcome John into the chat as well. Okay, and obviously last but not least is Brandon. Dude, I know you don't really go live much, like obviously Dan or Rob or myself or Mike and Jen. But I mean, what have you been up to other than coming of age You went to
I've been coming of age. I've just been working a lot. So
Yeah.
there's mainly that. Talk with you guys, playing Xbox with you guys, keeping up with the Disney community. Like even though I don't go live and stuff, I'm mainly in like other people's channels, other chats, like popping in with them, seeing how they're doing and all that. So
yeah, I mean, and you did film some stuff for Resort TV 1, didn't you? A few months back now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Back in April already. It's like 5 months ago. That's insane.
Wow,
But yeah, I pulled footage for them for the Galaxy's Edge stuff, and I got to interview Mark Daniel, who was the coolest cast member / media guy ever. So it was really cool to interview him and talk to him. But other than that, just
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're here. We're in the pub. Rob will be joining us soon. We're hoping in around 20 to 30 minutes time, Rob will be joining us. We should be going live then. Now, as I alluded to at the start of the show, we are covering a slightly different format with Pub Talk tonight. Obviously, you guys may have seen the thumbnail when you came in, and the title of the stream is our top Universal attractions. But that's not what we're jumping into straight away. We want to have a bit of fun in Pub Talk. You know, when people go to the pub, they have a drink, they have a laugh, they have a bit of fun. So we decided that we're going to try and do that, and we're going to play a few games as well. People can, by and large, for the most part, join in. Obviously, we'll try and read a few comments as we go. Hey, the great Marco, welcome. Sorry I couldn't make your stream earlier tonight, dude. I hope it went well, and I hope you managed to overcome some of the technical difficulties that you were faced with last night. What I did see last night was great. So, yeah, and welcome. Obviously, Marco's new to live streaming. He covered Resort TV 1 a couple of weeks ago in Liverpool with myself and Ebony when we were looking at the Magic of Disney cruise liner that was docked in Liverpool. Resort TV 1's mom and dad, Nelson, were also on that ship. That was very cool. And now, obviously, Marco has been streaming last night and tonight some of the UK firework competitions. Go check those out. Check out the replays, because from what we saw last night, some of them were fantastic. Really good fun. Obviously, fireworks to music, we see that all the time at Disney, and we love it. But these shows were great. So go and check those out. Anyway, back to Pub Talk. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. Say again?
Sorry. Hey, Shep family. I just saw them in the chat.
Welcome, Shep family.
What's up, Shep?
Welcome, Shep. So, yeah, we are back with Pub Talk 27, and we're going to have a little bit of fun, a few games, just try and lighten up the mood, make it a little bit of friendly banter and competition, shall we say. So, without further ado, we're going to start with a little game called Scenes We Would Like to See. Okay, so what this is basically is we're going to put up an idea on the screen, and each of us is going to take it in turns, coming out with an idea if we can. It's kind of everyone's going to be on the spot a little bit, so good luck, guys. It's kind of ad-libbing or improvising, if you will. So yes, we will see what we come out with. If anything, I hope we've all got some ideas, because otherwise it's going to fall a little bit flat. But the first thing I thought we'd try and do is Star Wars trailers that never made it to air. Does anybody want to go first?
Brandon, I know you want to go first. Come on, dude. Come on. You know you want to.
So, all right, let's cover my head. I'm feeling Mike Wazowski'd here.
You're feeling Mike Wazowski'd here.
Let's go.
Are you struggling for one?
It starts off with a stormtrooper actually making a shot. And so then it cuts to Chewbacca is the one getting shot. Then Rey looks over. Chewie! She shoots the stormtrooper. Stormtrooper flies into Kylo Ren. And that's as far as I got.
That's as far as you got.
It's a controversy.
That's a blockbuster hit right there.
Blockbuster hit right there. It's called.
Have you got a tagline for it?
It's called The Rise of the First Order.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
My first tagline was, in a galaxy far, far away, a distressed woman calls for backup after being intimidated by a man with an enormous black helmet.
How about this one? Okay. In a world, wow, I need to look over the thing. Okay. In a world where Yoda survives on Dagobah, he has to provide Dagobah with a driving test. So it is Yoda and the Toyota.
Wow.
Turn right, you must. Turn right, you must.
Drive on the right side.
Should I go again?
You can do.
Go for it, man. You're
Okay.
on roll. You got to keep this momentum going. I mean,
Okay. Episode 10. Kylo Ren survives. And he has all of his fellow friends with him. And to celebrate his achievement over the Resistance, he hosts a dinner party. And this is called Kylo Ren and the First Hors d'oeuvres.
Well done.
Okay.
Food related, DizneyDan.
high five, man. Virtual high five.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Sticking with Dan's food related one. Use the fork, Luke. Use the fork. Star Wars.
Use the knife flavor.
Star Wars. A dining story.
There you go.
I'd like to try again. Okay, so
All right.
this is right before episode 8 happens. Rey arrives on Ahch-To, Luke's planet, and she sees Luke putting together a mech suit. And she's like, "What is that?" "It's my mech suit. I've been working on years for this." So he gets he gets working on it. All of a sudden, a bunch of Star Destroyers come out of the sky. Ground troops come down. Luke uses his mech suit to all the midichlorians in his mech suit, pulls down the Star Destroyer. Out come stormtroopers coming to raid him. He just shows out 16 lightsabers out of his mech suit, just wrecking. Anyways, so a bunch of Palpatine clones out of nowhere show up to the island as well. He says, "You failed, Your Highness," then shows all 16 lightsabers right in the Emperor's face. So then he says to Rey, "We need to go confront Snoke." So they go. All the Knights of Ren are there. He cuts right through the Knights of Ren. Snoke's there. All of a sudden, Qui-Gon shows up in his Force Ghost. He's like, "Snoke is Darth Plagueis."
Is this a script or what?
Directed by George Lucas.
I was going to say, is this a trailer or a script? Brandon's pitching the entire movie here.
Trailer. Hey, Walt.
I'm down with it, Brandon.
It's called The Rise in the Mech Suit.
I like it though. I like where you're going with that.
Nice.
I like where you're going with it too. Okay.
What's about? I got one more. And it's definitely food related. Coming to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, a new experience of smuggling and running. And Chewbacca takes you on a trip to find his lost porg recipe. We call it Star Wars Chewie's Smuggler's Porg Run. How cool would that be? I'm sorry,
I like smuggled pork
because he had to smuggle the recipe back, with the to get his favorite pork recipe. It's better than the thing they have right now.
They should actually make that dish and serve it in Galaxy's Edge. Like
Porg, yeah.
Porg's pork or something, yeah.
Porg.
Porg's pork.
Pork, yeah, or something.
Pulled porg. Ugh.
I think one that sums up stormtroopers and other characters in Star Wars would be in a forest far, far away. An army of cannibalistic Care Bears do battle with an army who couldn't hit a barn door with a banjo from 2 yards.
Okay, right.
Like it.
Let's move to the next one.
Move to the next one. Okay, scenes we'd like to see. Gadgets and gizmos aplenty that Ariel never sang about.
I think you missed us. You missed us for the Star Wars.
Guys, have you got one? Oh, let's go back.
Sorry.
Let's go back.
I have one too.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so it's just pretty much a paragraph. All right, here we go. In a galaxy far, far away, 3 homeless guys stumble upon a broken lightsaber. One of them picks it up and realizes it's still broken. Through a galaxy far, far away. Then they run into Anakin Skywalker. Anakin takes them in and trains them to be Jedi Masters. Then, at the most inopportune time, homeless guy number 1 asks Anakin, "Do you have any spare change?"
I like that. Jen?
That's mine.
All right, so mine is nowhere near as detailed as these guys are, but in a galaxy far, far away, how the heck did Yoda become a Jedi Master? And why the heck is he so limber when fighting but walks with a cane?
The important questions that were never asked.
On that, yeah. That's
Midichlorian steroids, just right in the vein.
Okay, so bearing in mind we are a family show, guys. Even though it's a pub, gadgets and gizmos are plenty that Ariel never sang about. I dread to think of some of the answers that come up here.
I nominate Dan to go first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Daniel.
Okay, I've got to get into this singing. I would have called you on my shell phone.
Well done. Well done.
I should get props for that.
Okay, I've got, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? What do you think of this porcelain seat? It has a U-bend and a flusher, and inside there's everything.
Can you go into detail, please?
I never know.
Give us at least one or two of those everything.
Oh, jeez.
There is only one or two.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's number 1 or 2. Yeah. That's it. That's good.
Okay.
I've got a drone to take all of my aerial photographs. Because a drone takes aerial photographs.
Oh, well,
that just went everybody's head, didn't it?
Well done. I like that.
When the joke went over my...
Yeah, because the drone went over your head.
Yeah.
Brandon, Michael, Jen?
Well, I don't have any catchy lines. I was just going to say that Ariel would not sing about the Thigh Master or the shake weight.
I like that.
Shake weight. I mean, what is that really doing? Like, you're not building up your arms. What's going on there?
I mean, shake weight.
Ariel
it just makes you realize how much weight you've actually put on because it's all slobbering all over the place and it doesn't do anything. It's just like, wow, I really do need to go to the gym.
After eating Christmas dinner. Oh my God.
Yeah, but don't forget when doing something like that in water, it makes everything heavier.
Get out! I'll be right back.
Get out! That's what Ariel said to Sebastian. Get out! Get out!
Get out!
Get out now! Get to the chopper! Get out!
Oh, dear.
That's good.
Jen, did you have any?
Yeah, I basically put, now mine aren't quite as funny, but curling irons, computers, because she lives in the ocean and you can't really work those down there. Diamonds.
Well, you can, but it won't go.
It won't go very well. Yeah.
Curling iron, technically, if you think about it. I mean,
Jeez. And then I said she never really explains what who's it and what's its are.
This is true. What could a who's it or a what's it be?
What's it's and who's it's?
Yeah.
K Albert says, "This is the most evil I've ever heard, Brandon. Get out! Get out!"
His brother looks so happy to be there as well. He's like, "Hey, everyone, get out!"
I'm just gonna say, Brandon, you held your nerve right there because it could have gone very not PG.
It could have gone south very, very quickly. Well done. I didn't have my beep buzzer in time. Beep! Get the beep out.
Beep off.
It's funny because Brandon tried to mute, tried to get out of the stream real quick to curse him out. You guys saw he's
100%. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, have we got any more gadgets and gizmos?
No.
Plenty that Ariel never sang about. Brandon? Oh, Brandon?
shake weight.
Shake weight.
Well, okay, so you guys remember in Thor Ragnarok that one guy's like, "Behold my stuff."
Yes.
She does the same thing, but it's all gym equipment to follow up on their shake weights, and you got a weight bench, you got a treadmill, you got a thing that vibrates in 3 different levels.
Whoa. I hope that's a treadmill.
Slow down there.
Whoa. Whoa.
Gym equipment.
And moving on.
Moving on to the next one and the final one. Okay, guys, sell to us in the form of a TV or radio commercial a brand new theme park that doesn't yet exist. Who wants to take the first?
Go on then. I'll go first.
Okay.
Head
In the
to
form of
a.
a-
Okay.
Yep.
Wait. Now I've got it as a tagline on
Cool.
an advert.
Go for it.
Okay. Head to a theme park today, only realizing that it's a complete waste of time, and you can get your own rides back home.
Nice.
What kind of rides are we talking about?
Oh, that's for your imagination.
You did there. I like it.
One little spark of inspiration.
Not that ride.
I've got there's only one ride here, but nobody's complained yet. Go over the edge at Thelma and Louise World.
I have a really bad one, which I might save till last.
Okay.
Because then we'll need to move swiftly on from it.
Okay, no worries.
So I have one. It's in the same exact voice as I used for my Star Wars commercial. So here we go. Come to the land of Oz. Flying monkeys are only half the terrifying experience. Wicked witches, you say? They're here too. Themed roller coasters? Nope. Just a guy without a brain, a guy with no heart, and a lion with no courage. Buckle up. Hope you survive. All right.
Nice.
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 How about
Mine.
have you ever wanted to go to a theme park and just stand there and look at stuff? Welcome to SeaWorld.
Oh. Oh, wow.
That's not the worst one.
I've got want to be taken for a ride? Want to be left feeling confused, bewildered, like you've been turned inside out and upside down and completely empty while having thrown away all of your money? Then come to Lawyer's World.
Come to Six Flags. Although that part exists, but yeah.
Andre Houston, I'm really sorry if that hurt you. It's only meant to be a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
All right, shall I throw my bad one out?
We'll see if there's any more. Yeah, Jen, have you got one? Brandon, have you got one?
Do you have one?
This one was hard.
No. Brandon, did you have a theme park one?
It's not exactly a theme park, but if you
Is it a commercial or is it? Are you?
It's a
the entire
commercial.
park to us? Okay. Okay.
If you like
Go with
getting
the commercial.
barbecue and a foot massage, come over to Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage. I created a song. Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage. Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage. Located in Orlando, Florida. If you ever feel the need after a long day of theme parks, go get some Joe's Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Is that a theme park?
I am so confused.
First theme park.
It sounds more like a more personable experience than a theme park. I like it.
You sold it.
You did there.
You sold it.
The first theme park experience.
Bro.
But Jen,
So
Andre
confused.
is like,
Or that was terrible.
Come lose everything good in your life and have all of your hopes and dreams dashed. Come to the tragic kingdom.
the Tragic Kingdom.
The Tragic Kingdom. I go there.
Cool. Dan, we'll let you end the round.
Get
with-
ready to start talking after me.
Okay, I'm ready.
Come to the most explosive theme park of the world, located in the Ukraine, where you can go to see the Ferris wheel, a merry-go-round, and many other different buildings. Welcome to Chernobyl.
Oh.
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 And moving on.
Moving on from the scenes we would like to see. We've got another feature coming up. We've got the pub quiz, something that we've never done on Pub Talk, the pub quiz trivia face-off. Mike, do you want to take this one away for a moment?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we call the trivia showdown. So it's 7 questions, and it's general knowledge. It spans anywhere from sports, TV, movies, music, geography, all that. So we decided to pit Adam and Dan against one another. So it's 7 questions. We're going to start with Adam. So we're going to ask Dan to mute the volume and try not to kind of look at the chat. And for you guys in the chat, you can play along with us. Just if you can help it, don't post in the chat.
Okay, so hold your answers until the answers are given at the end. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. And you guys can play along. Again, it's 7 questions. It's random general knowledge trivia. So yeah, we're gonna start with Adam.
So shall I mute everything?
So if you mute your volume and take your headset off, Dan,
Okay.
we'll give you a sign to come back in.
All right.
So when you're ready, we'll all give you the thumbs up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So take your headset off, Dan, and then Dan, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Say yes or no. Can you hear us? Is the south of England better than the north? No. Say no. Come on. Can you? No. Okay, good. Yes, he agrees. The south of England is not better than the north. Brilliant. Okay. Wanted to trick him into that forever. Great. Okay.
Yeah. So Adam, it's 7 questions. You have 60 seconds. The time will not start until after I read the first question. If you don't know, say pass, and we'll come back to it if we have time. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Here we go. So Jen's got the timer up.
Yep.
All right. So in the Scream movie franchise, what is the name given to the cloaked white masked villain?
Ghostface.
Correct. How many nickels are in 55 cents?
11.
Correct. In what year did Space Mountain open at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom? Is it A, 1973, B, 1975, C, 1971, D, 1979?
I am going to say 1975.
Correct. True or false? Pluto is no longer considered a planet in our solar system.
True.
Correct. What sports team has the record for most consecutive division titles? Is it A, the Chicago Bulls, B, the New England Patriots, C, the LA Galaxy, or D, the Atlanta Braves?
I'm going to go with the Bulls.
10 seconds.
Incorrect. In the very first original Mortal Kombat video game, who was the final boss fight?
Shang Tsung.
Incorrect. True or
Time.
false? He's good. True or false? Abbey Road is the highest selling Beatles album of all time.
True.
False.
Ah.
All right.
I was doing so well until the end. Okay.
We're going to go over kind of what you did.
Yep.
So the first question in the Scream movie franchise, who is the name given to the cloaked white masked villain? The answer was Ghostface. You got that right.
Okay.
Question 2, how many nickels are in 55 cents? 11. You are correct on that. Number 3, in what year did Space Mountain open at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom? You got that one, 1975. 4, true or false, Pluto is no longer considered a planet in our solar system. You got that. So you were off to a really good roll there. So you got the correct. And number 5, what sports team has a record for most consecutive division titles? You said Chicago Bulls. The answer is actually the Atlanta Braves, which is my favorite sports team.
I should have known.
You should have known. All right. So, and then in the very first original Mortal Kombat video game, who is the final boss fight? You said Shang Tsung, I believe.
Shang Tsung, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's actually Goro.
Not right this second, buddy.
And that one.
Was Guru? No, there was a final boss after Guru.
In the very first one?
I'm sure in the very first one, yeah.
No.
I'm sure in the very first one.
I thought it was. I'm pretty sure it was Goro though. In the very
All right,
first one.
someone wants to make an appearance
Final
really quick.
boss, Mortal Kombat.
And then
Google final boss Mortal Kombat. Just Google final boss Mortal Kombat. And I swear I didn't Google it until just right this second.
Okay. Well, anyway, going to the last question, true or false, Abbey Road is the highest selling Beatles album of all time. You said true. It's actually Sgt. Pepper's that sold 32 million copies.
Okay.
Abbey Road sold right around 10 million. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's bring Dan back in and let's see how Dan gets on with the same questions, obviously.
Dan! Earth to Dan!
Welcome back, Daniel.
Hello. Sorry, I was just watching like funny Japanese game shows where they fall down the slippery steps.
Is that Takeshi's Castle?
No, it's just like a funny game show where they're all like in like baby oil and they try and like go up some steps and they all just fall down.
Well, welcome, Donna. Oh, Donna doesn't have audio, so it's pointless me saying welcome, Donna. That's actually quite redundant.
Hey, Donna.
Because she doesn't have audio, but so I will send a type. And in the meantime, Jen, is it you that's going to be reading Dan's questions?
Yep, sure is.
Oh gosh, do I need like paper to work out mathematical equations?
No, it's not that complicated.
It's just a
That's
quick
even
fire
more of a challenge for me anyway.
All right, Mike, you ready for the timer?
So, all right. So, Adam, I'll give you that one for the Mortal Kombat boss fight. Just saying.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, that was one of the questions. No kidding.
No.
No. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, Dan, you have 60 seconds. If you don't know the answer, just say pass.
Okay.
The time starts when I finish reading the first question. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. In the Scream movie franchise, what is the name given to the cloaked white masked villain?
Oh, Ghostface.
Good. How many nickels are in 55 cents?
3.
Wrong. In what year did Space Mountain open at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom? Is it A, 1973, B, 1975, C, 1971, or D, 1979?
1979.
Wrong. True or false? Pluto is no longer considered a planet in the solar system.
True.
Correct. What sports team has the record for the most consecutive division titles? A, the Chicago Bulls, B, New England Patriots, C, LA Galaxy, or D, Atlanta Braves?
Patriots.
Wrong. In the very first original Mortal Kombat video game, who is the final boss fight?
Scorpion.
Incorrect. True or false? Abbey Road is the highest selling Beatles album of all time.
False.
Correct.
All right.
All right.
Ah.
Whoa, what's the scores? What's the scores?
I did terribly.
How many did Adam do?
Hey, Dylan.
Say hey.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
So Adam got 5 out of 7.
1, 2, 3. Dan got 3.
Yes.
Trivia showdown.
So-
Nice job, guys. That was fun.
Wait, what did you get right, Adam? No, I didn't.
Okay,
get it.
So the first question, Michael, go through the breakdown of it all now.
We'll go through with you, Dan. So the first one you got right, and Ghostface is the villain, the villain of the franchise. The second one, how many nickels are in 55 cents? I think you said
3.
I said 3.
I said 11.
Yeah, 11. It's actually 11.
Oh. I didn't know how much a nickel was.
Rob will be with us in 5 minutes, guys. So.
No drugs here, man. And the third question was, what year did Space Mountain open at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom? I think you said
79.
1975.
I'm glad, like, as the options went through there, I had 1978 in my head, and when that wasn't an option, something told me to say 75. So I was like, okay, yeah.
I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't opening year, so I thought it was a little later, but I didn't realize it was like only 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years later.
Yeah, exactly. I knew it wasn't an opening attraction, so I knew it wasn't going to be 71. But yeah,
exactly. Yeah, and then the true or false: Pluto is no longer considered a planet in our solar system. Sure, you got that.
Yeah, we got that one. Yeah, we got that one.
Then it was, what sports team has the record for most consecutive division titles?
I had no idea.
We both got this wrong. I went with the Bulls. You went with Patriots.
Yeah, that was a great answer, Dan. The Patriots have 10 consecutive division titles. The Braves ran 14 straight division titles.
Oh wow!
So yeah,
I don't even know what it was. Football.
Yeah, the Braves are a professional baseball team here. So.
Oh, okay.
Mike's favorite team.
Yes, but it's my all-time favorite sports
and
team.
Mike's team, and I should have known that based on it being Mike's team, and I was like,
are they going to get it? Like the Atlanta Braves, they might pick up on that.
Yeah,
but no, it's all good. And then in the very first original Mortal Kombat video game, Adam, you corrected me on this.
Yes, I actually got this right, and Mike marked me down as wrong first, and I was like, really? I was like, who? Yeah, and when he said Goru at the end, I was like, no, Goru was the second to last.
I had no idea who that was.
Great memory. Or was the guy you fight before Shang Tsung?
Before Shang Tsung.
So the first controversial question. Not really, kind of.
I don't think I was even alive when that was the game was released.
91?
Yeah, I'm 94.
Oh.
So Adam on that one. It is Shang Tsung. And then you got this one right. True or false? Abbey Road is the highest selling Beatles album of all time.
It's Thriller, isn't it? I thought Thriller is the highest grossing, isn't it?
It's actually Sgt. Pepper's 32.
Yeah, I said true, so I got that one wrong. You got that one right at the end, Dan.
Yeah, because I thought Thriller was the highest. I knew Thriller was higher than Abbey Road.
No, we're talking just Beatles selling. Anyway, so.
Oh, just Beatles. Oh,
yeah.
Got that right anyway.
But you got that right. You got it right by default.
All time best-selling albums from everybody. Thriller is definitely up there.
Sgt. Pepper or something like that.
But there you go. So Adam, you are the winner in this round of Trivia Showdown.
I get the bragging rights for this week. Obviously, for those that were playing at home, I mean, obviously, I know Mike's kind of given us the answers now, but let us know how you got on. I know Disney Circus Girl Ray said yes, a nickel is 5 cents, so she knew the nickel question.
I thought that was a dime.
No, a dime's 10 cents, I believe.
Oh, goddamn.
But yes, so that's this week's pub quiz. Next week, I think it will be 2 different people going head to head. We're always just doing a head to head for bragging rights, and I get to brag this week that the North is better than the South of England.
Great. Hooray. Congratulations.
I actually tricked you into saying that as well.
What do you want, a medal?
I actually tricked you into saying that as well when you took your headphones off. And I said, when I was saying, can you hear me? And I was like, is the South better than the North of England? And you went, and I was like, yes, I made him say it. So yeah,
that's a lot of fun. Obviously, next pub talk, when we have different segments, somebody else will be in charge of answering or coming up with the questions. And I kind of vote nominate Dan right now.
Okay.
come up with the questions on the next one. So
Dan's come up with 7 questions, 7 general knowledge questions.
it's not about the South.
Just not about the general knowledge worldwide, essentially. So yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So we're going to move on to our main topic at the moment, guys. This is obviously what was advertised in the stream. So we're going to talk, obviously, theme parks. We all are part of the Disney and wider Orlando theme parks community. Other theme parks are available, of course, worldwide. But obviously, I know all of us here have been to Universal at least once.
Correct.
Dan, how many times have you been? You've been a few times, right? I mean, you don't have to give me you more than once. I'm assuming.
I think I've been about 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because at first when this was kind of muted to us, I was kind of like, has Dan only been once, or has Dan been a few more times at once? So yeah. So that's fine.
I've explored.
Yeah, I know this is something that Rob was looking forward to joining in as well, and Rob has said he'll be here in 5 minutes. So Rob,
which knowing Rob is going to be another 20 minutes.
yes, knowing Rob, yeah. So Corey asks, what is Universal? Well, Corey, you ask a very good question. Universal is a theme park that hosts rides based on films not made by Universal.
Mostly simulated rides.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, the key thing is no longer made by Universal. They got rid of all their own IPs, with the exception of ET, and decided to go with a Warner Brothers themed one in Harry Potter World and a Fox themed one in The Simpsons, and
which is now owned by Disney.
Yes. But Marvel based ones that are now owned by Disney. Let's just, while we're waiting on Rob is actually here. Let's bring him in. There we go.
Hey! So glad I didn't go this week. I got 0.0 right.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know how much a nickel was worth. Oh, no, that was Dan.
You live in the States, dude. How did you not get the nickel one right?
No, maybe I'll make a suggestion. Maybe make the questions more universal. So when Dan said, I don't know how much a nickel's worth, I felt really bad for him.
The questions were universal. You had a Beatles album, the Beatles London.
Wait, these Brits do not know zero about the Beatles. I knew that. I knew they were going to kind of get that lucky. So
I don't even like the Beatles.
Did you just say the Beatles London? They come from Liverpool.
They come from Liverpool, and I don't even like the Beatles.
And runs around the Beatles from London.
That's what I know. They're from Liverpool. So.
I had to throw in the Beatles question. I just had to. So for you guys.
So just so we're not completely ignoring our viewers, RobFuz, who's in the chat? Let's put you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm not even ready for that. So so I'm gonna go from the chat here. I heard you say that before. I said it in the chat. Who's in the chat? The great Marco's here. Tina's here. Corey Meets World. The man Noah. Andrea, Dre, Houston's in the house. Of course, Mike's there. Meg, Kay. What's up, everyone? Welcome, everyone. I know you guys said this before. Disney Circus Girl in the house. Mouse Talk Walt. How's it going, guys? I think I said Kay. Rachel, Rob's biggest fan, is in the house. How's it going?
Hey,
I think that's about it. So for now,
yeah, I just wanted to
a little orange.
And make sure we're not ignoring people. I know a few people. Mouse Talk was Walt was obviously playing along with the quiz, and then he was kind of like, "Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to post the answers. It's fine. It didn't actually affect anything." So because I'd already been, and Dan had already had a stab at answering the questions in that time as well. Anyway, so it didn't actually affect.
Grace F just said, how long did you live in Florida? What is a nickel?
I know. Tell me about it, Grace.
That's amazing.
3 months.
That's amazing. Yes, actually, yeah, that's the thing. The two of us are Brits, but we have both lived and worked in America for over 3 months. So yeah, we should know this stuff. So
and that's when I came up with the question, I'm like, they should know this, but probably at least one of them doesn't know. So I'm just gonna throw it in there.
I love that question.
Grace says that's sad.
That is a great question. There we go. Grace at DizneyDan. How long did you live in Florida? # what's a nickel? There we go.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we are moving on to our top Universal attractions.
Wait, hold on a second. I didn't see what Brandon. Happy birthday, belated. What are you drinking today, Brandon? I missed that part.
I was drinking a.
I love Mike was coaching him off stream what to get.
Yeah, he was trying to coach what to get.
I failed miserably.
I was drinking a Crook and Mark spiked and sparkling peach. but I finished it, so I can't really show it off anymore.
All right, I was
Just
just
grab another one. Show that one
Another
off.
one.
here we go. I'm drinking Mike's favorite just for you, Mike. Cheers, buddy.
Hey, cheers, buddy.
Cheers, guys. And cheers to
Cheers.
anyone else. Happy Sunday.
Cheers.
Happy weekend. I hope you've all had fun.
Cheers, Dan. Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
Happy New Year to Dan as well.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay, so here we go with our top Universal attractions. Who wants to go first?
I think Rob should go first.
Rob. Yeah, Rob.
When we decide top 5, like Mike has 15 listed. I think.
we can go with.
Love that.
Yeah, we can go with top 5. So yeah, we'll do it. Obviously, relatively quickly. We don't want to eat into too much time, but yeah, like
So am I going my top one? Does it matter? Do I mix
go from 5 up to 1?
I can guess Rob's. Well, you know how good I am at knowing what Rob is going to pick.
Yeah.
I pretty much know what his number 1 is going to be.
Write them down, Dan. Right? Have you got a pad?
Right,
Write them
hold
down
on,
so you
hold on.
can see what you think.
I asked Adam this too. Are we doing extinct rides? Are we
Exactly.
Current ride.
current rides? I was told I could do extinct rides too.
Or okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Let me take something off my list real fast.
so Rob's is going to be.
That means Brandon had extinct as well. No, you can keep your extinct ones on there if you want.
Okay. Well, I did my current ones and I did some extinct ones too. But one of my favorite roller coasters in the whole world is the wow, is that going there? Sorry. One of my favorite roller coasters in the whole world is the Incredible Hulk roller coaster. It's amazing. I'm going to put this as my number 5, going back in order. When I first went on it, the first initial shock of going up that thing and Bruce Banner saying, I don't know if they still do it or not, but we're going to make it this time. And they just launch you. The surprise there. It's a very amazing. I haven't been on since they revamped it, but as a kid, I know growing up, I love that roller coaster. So I'm going to say my number 5. A little bit of a surprise. I don't think Dan had that on the list, but I'm going to say number 5 is the Incredible Hulk roller coaster.
Good choice.
Good choice. Tina McNeil. I'm drinking a Riesling. Cheers, lol. Myers and the Mouse in the house. Hey, gang.
Myers and
Myers and the Mouse. And the Shep family still never been to Universal. Shep, you've got to get on it, dude.
Yeah, you got
you've got to get on it.
different from Disney, but I think in a good way. So
my wife and I were talking today. We are going within the next 8 months. We are going to Universal Studios. So I'm so
Nice.
Awesome.
That will be cool. Okay, so you want an Incredible Hulk coaster, Rob? Yeah.
Why not? I want to be different.
Nice.
I like Dan writing his stuff down. It's great.
Yeah, Dan's making sure he writes that one down on his list.
I'm actually looking up rides at Universal right now.
Yeah.
I looked it up too. There's not many rides at Universal. It was kind of surprising.
Okay, right. I'm going to go with my first one then.
Wait. This is Islands of Adventure too, right? Because Incredible Hulk is in Islands of Adventure.
In fact, yeah, my number 5 ride, and it's gonna have to be the Mummy roller coaster. I loved the King Kong ride that used to be there, the original King Kong ride, not the one that they've now built at Islands of Adventure, but the original King Kong one that was there was fantastic. It's one of my first memories of Universal when I first went there in 1991. But I have always enjoyed the Mummy coaster. And I remember the last time I went to Florida, Ebony hated it. She really didn't like that ride when she first rode it. Actually, yeah, she was quite upset when she came off that ride. But
this is the same girl who hates Tower of Terror too, right?
This is the same girl who hated Tower of Terror. She now loves the Mummy and she now loves Tower of Terror. So so she's going into a bit of a daredevil. So yeah, she doesn't let the rides put her off for too long. And so partly because of Ebony's love for it as well, and she does talk about the Mummy. Actually, was one of her favorite rides last time we went. So that one's a doff of the cap for my little girl. So the Mummy is in my list.
Awesome, man. Good deal.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go.
We'll go around in a kind of anti-clockwise thing. So we start.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. So oddly enough, my number 5, and with the exception of my number 1, the other 4 are really in no particular order for me. So number 5 for me is the Incredible Hulk coaster.
Hey, look at that. Nice.
I love the old version. The new version is great too.
What's the difference, Mike? I haven't been on the new one, so
it's just the theming. It's just the cue and the theming and the launch tonal you were talking about. It's like this electronic like automated lady voice. It's like 5, 4, 3, 2. It's not the same thing as before. Where Banner was like, "Okay, I finally got it this time." It's definitely different, and they completely replaced the track. So it's a brand new track.
Is it smooth still?
It's very, very smooth. The same layout and everything. They just literally just replaced it because it was getting old. And it's so smooth. And that initial launch up the tunnel is my favorite part. And the rest of the ride is great too. I think that launch is just absolutely great. So I had to put Hulk as my number 5. So.
Wait, that lunch or that launch?
You said lunch.
Last time I wrote it, I ate my lunch on the way. If you said
because it was lunch is great.
Yeah. Before we took off, I pulled out a sandwich. I was like,
I love that comment by Dre saying about King Kong's breath smelled like banana.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think
Dre killing me.
Yeah, they got rid of the whole banana breath thing.
Yeah,
so awesome.
But, nice, Jen.
All right, so my number 5 is the Jurassic Park ride.
Oh,
I absolutely love this ride. The dino at the end. Sorry if it's a spoiler.
T-Rex.
Yeah. T-Rex at the end is amazing.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
It's one of my all-time favorites.
Yes. Good shout. I do like that ride. And you get soaked if you're on the front row. Like if you're in the middle, you don't really get that wet. But if you're in the front row, you get absolutely drenched, and you kind of least expect if you've been around on it, if it's a quiet day, because sometimes that ride doesn't have a big queue, I found. And if you happen to go, oh, do you know, I'm going to ride that again, and you happen to have sat somewhere in the middle or towards the back the first couple of times you went around, and the next time you go to the front, you think you're going to be dry, and you get absolutely saturated.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The queue generally is not that bad, but during the summer months, during a hot day, I've seen it get in upwards of 45 minutes to an hour. So, but most of the time, I mean, it's like 15 minutes, maybe 20. And it's so funny because like the first time you ride it, you're thinking you're going on like a nice, like relaxing boat ride, seeing the dinosaurs, and then it veers off into the raptor area. And I mean, that's where the ride shines. I mean, the first part that's cool, but I mean, really, the best part is the raptor containment area. We're going up, and the raptors are popping out at you, and the T-Rex at the end it's great. I love it.
You can actually get into that ride without knowing there's a drop down, because the drop down is like way in the corner somewhere else.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's true.
So, good.
My only disappointment with that ride is a lot of times a lot of stuff's broken down on it. I love the way that car falls down, and a lot of times
when that's working, that's great, and when it's broken down, it doesn't work. Yeah. Thank you, Kay, for the shout out. Good night, Disney Circus Girl. I think she's just heading off, and welcome in Little Oz Laurel as well. So
welcome.
Yeah.
Is it Laurel? We'll never know.
Laurel. Yeah.
Kenny calls him Laurel, so I like that.
Yeah, it could be Laurel. Brandon?
All right, so top 5 for me has to be Men in Black. Sorry for that phone. That was really loud. Men in Black, I just love the theming of the ride. I love you're walking down and you see this giant plasma screen with Will Smith on there, Agent J, just talking about, oh yeah, you need to grab your blaster, go shoot the aliens. And it starts off as a training session. Pew pew. Yeah, I just saw Rob going to pew pew. But you just start off in the training session, and it's like, oh crap, there is an alien invasion. All right, you need to start shooting the aliens, guys. Come on. What are we doing? We're blasted?
Nice.
But yeah, I love
Blasted?
I love it so much. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. Kay is another one who's never been to Universal. Kay,
Oh,
I highly recommend it. I mean, we're all Disney nuts, it's fair to say. But yeah, Universal does have some great attractions as well. So yeah.
Absolutely.
good shout there on Men in Black. It's akin to the Space Ranger spin, but slightly more competitive because you've got more people in a car, and you're not only competing against everybody in your own car, you're also competing against the car opposite that goes on the same on the opposite rail at the same time. So that's it's good fun. I do enjoy that ride. Good shout, Brandon.
You know what's funny is this is the only one out of all 5 of them that are in Universal. All the others are in Islands.
Ah, well, cool. There you go.
Over your list, is that what you're saying?
Off my list, yeah.
Off the list. Daniel.
My list.
Are you done Googling? Yeah.
No, I have 8-Ball as well. So my first pick. Well, speaking of Space Ranger spin, my 5th favorite ride is over at Islands of Adventure, and it's called Storm Cruising Spinning Top Thingy Ride, which is the X-Men themed storm ride.
Oh, the Storm Force Cellatron?
That one.
Really?
Now, the reason why I love that ride,
I don't even know what he's talking about.
It's over in the Marvel
you
Land.
see,
It's in the Marvel Land area.
even a man who's only been to Universal like 3 times, I can still surprise people. It's like Jaws the Revenge. This ride is so incredibly themed that you kind of reminisce the times of watching the X-Men 90s TV show. And you get the and you get like Wolverine doing his claw thing. And
I gotta look up this ride.
let me tell you something. This is like the Mad Tea Party on like
Steroids.
On
steroids. Yeah.
Steroids.
Yeah. Try to think of that word. Because it's like 1 a.m. So I'm trying to think of PG words to use. But this ride is so good that it makes me a person who doesn't like spinning rides.
I love the sound effect.
I just-
Storm Force Cellatron.
So that is my choice. Storm twisting spinning ride.
Wow.
I don't even know the full name of it.
It's called Storm Force Acceleratron.
There you go.
Storm Force Excel.
Man, I gotta try that. I don't know. I never even seen it.
You
Not a big
won't
fan of
be.
spinning
You
rides.
will not be disappointed, my friend.
I will check. it out.
Okay. Fuzzessi. Next pick.
I'm back already.
You're back already.
You go.
Yeah, we've all been, yeah.
Okay.
Better
So my next
than
choice is, believe it or not, right next to the Incredible Hulk roller coaster, and that would be The Adventures of Spider-Man. I'm sure it's probably higher on a lot of your lists and everything, but growing up as a kid and everything, I just love that ride. It's very cool, very innovative. 3D. They've updated over the years. I think it's 4K now, and I think the projectors were all updated and everything. It's just a cool ride. I really love it. So compared to other stuff that's come out in more the recent years, maybe it's not up there with all the different rides, but as a kid, I have a lot of great memories of it and everything. And I just really like it. I think it's a great ride. So just fun. It's I love the theming of the queue and everything, and I just love the way the cars are and everything. It's just it's really cool. I like it. Not more to say, but I like it. I'm sure it's on some of your list too.
Yeah, funnily enough, my pick is the Spider-Man one at Islands of Adventure as well. My next pick. So yes, it's I know it's very similar to the Transformers one in the main Universal Park, but for me, I think the Spider-Man one in Islands of Adventure is slightly better. I love the cameos in that ride as well. From why's my mind gone completely blank?
Stanley,
yes, thank you, Brandon. Yeah, yes, I love the cameos that you see him in it twice. Right at the beginning, driving the truck that you almost crash into, and then right at the end.
That's right. Yeah.
Path. Yes, so the cameos from
What's
Stanley.
the second cameo? I'm sorry.
He's like standing outside of like
He's
a
standing on the pavement, looking quite angry right at the end.
Yeah.
So
there's also a Stanley cameo inside the queue.
Is
It's
that,
it's in one of the little closed-off office doors. If you look,
all right, cool.
it's Stanley shaking hands with Captain America.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
no,
nice.
no,
Yeah,
it's
never seen that one.
It's actually it's J. Jonah Jameson shaking hands with Captain America, but it's also right next to it. It's a in memoriam Stanley.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool.
that's awesome. But yeah, so yeah, agree with you there, Rob. Spider-Man, Mike.
Yeah, Jenna mentioned this one, the Jurassic Park River Adventure. I mean, for reasons I mentioned before, I love dinosaurs. I mean, as a kid, I absolutely loved dinosaurs. They fascinated me. And then, I know you guys know that I love dinosaur Animal Kingdom, and I get a little bit of crap for it, but it's okay. I'm sticking to my guns. I love
dinosaur too, Mike. I'm with you.
But yeah, I mean, it's just such a great ride. Like I said, the first part is okay, but it really kicks into high gear when you kind of veer off into the raptor containment area, and it's just kind of thrilling. And that final drop is just so iconic. And the T-Rex animatronic is one of the best animatronics I've ever seen. So yeah, I love everything about the ride. So yeah.
Have you seen the new Jurassic World update in Hollywood yet?
No, we haven't been out there. We haven't been out there since
I've watched the videos, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, but there's not a lot of change there.
Yeah, not much change.
Added some like projection, like screens to it, which is it was kind of weird watching it at first, but I mean I guess it kind of works. But
we gotta get out there.
Yeah, I definitely want to ride it and kind of.
Would you be upset about if they updated this one?
What's that?
Would you be upset if they updated this one?
A little bit, but I understand why they would. But just because it's a new brand, Jurassic World. Yeah. It's kind of the new brand with Chris Pratt and all that, and Jurassic Park, the older movies are fantastic. But I wouldn't be totally mad if they rethemed it. So yeah.
For me, I'm fine with the retheme because I love the original, but I'm also a fan of the new Jurassic World stuff, and I'm glad. Like I'm okay with the direction they're going in. Like I know a lot of people aren't really on board with it, but in my opinion, what, Rob?
Yeah, Dan's not a fan of Jurassic World. Although let's face it,
it is one of the worst movies ever to portray its original franchise.
With the news that came out this week, they are obviously taking a step back towards the original roots.
They're not taking a step back; they're completely ruining it.
Bloom. I'm glad they're back.
I'm not.
Okay, Jen.
I'd rather no.
I'll keep it on track here, Jen.
So my next one is the Hulk ride. I know we've kind of already touched on it, but I love the Hulk ride. But I will say that I honestly feel like I like the old version of the Hulk a little bit better than this newer updated version. Obviously the queue on the newer version is a little bit better because there's more to see and there's more to do while you're standing in that really long line. But I feel like the actual ride is better. The older version was a little bit better than what it is now. So I'm going to say the older Hulk.
Based on what you told me, I'm voting for the older one too. I agree.
Good show. Brandon.
I'm gonna go with. I'm actually gonna go with Hulk as well. The newest. I've been on both the original and the newest version. See, the newest version, what they're doing now is like instead of just showing Bruce getting hulked up, it pretty much is like they're putting you through a test for everyone who gets hulked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's what the thing of the launch is. Like everyone's getting hulked, and like the entire experience, the coaster is you feeling the power of the Hulk now. And what I'm happy they do is with the track, like certain roller coasters have that kind of sound, but they make sure certain parts of the track sound like the Hulk roaring from a distance.
Yeah.
It just sounds incredible. Plus they're blasting music as you go. It's just incredible. And
yeah,
like I'm glad, like I know like the newest version doesn't do really much like the last version justice, but like Jen said, they've changed stuff in the queue. While you're waiting there. And
yeah, the sound is amazing. You're right, Brandon. I love the sound.
The one thing I wish they put in the queue is air conditioning.
Yeah.
Isn't that needed in all the park queues, especially
you feel like you're in an oven.
Yeah.
It's like a giant dome with no air conditioning. So
I'll tell you what though, like even as a younger guy and everything, and probably even now, like it is intense to stand in that line. You hear it, you're like, I was scared to get on that roller coaster. That put the fear of the Hulk in me. So
okay, Daniel, next pick.
I don't need to be hulked. I already am. Yeah. Can I ask you guys questions which links to my next one?
A nickel is 5 cents, Dan.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shang Tsung is the.
Do you
Sergeant
know?
Pepper.
Do you know that onions have layers?
Like ogres.
Yes.
I can tell where this is gonna go.
But cake has layers.
Right.
My next pick is Shrek 4D.
Nice.
Good pick. Good pick.
So you're basically picking the worst, right?
Good pick.
Oh,
Oh god, I'm trying to go with it.
So you like Rob, just green?
Rob's just staring at you, Dan.
Can't really see it. That's bad.
Shrek 4D.
It's a great movie.
that's
They
about
ever
it.
change that thing? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, it's
No,
the same.
they haven't changed it at all. The first movie is good. The second, third, and fourth one are not.
No. Shrek 2.
The second one's good. Yeah, the second one's good, and then third and fourth, I agree. And not
Third and
so
fourth
good.
are third and fourth don't exist.
Shrek 2 is as good as Batman and Robin.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
the reason why I put Shrek 4D on the list is because there are a lot of 4D attractions at Universal Studios. And this one I can just sit and pretty much just watch without being flung around like a piece of meat. Because you go to like Transformers or Spider-Man or all these 4D attractions, and I feel like I'm in like the back of one of these vans, and when it goes over a bump it just starts swinging, but it's all in 4D. Yeah, but in Shrek 4D you really don't feel it. Like you just sit and just watch Donkey and Shrek just have some
Like the
fun.
hydraulics is like.
Yeah, it's fine. Like there's nothing,
Yeah,
it-
I just
you can-
say
you
you're way more than just a piece of meat to us.
I love how Jen was just walking past in the background and creased at that.
It goes back with no context. It's so great.
You're way more a piece of meat. You don't sell yourself short.
Don't sell yourself short. Robert, next pick. Next pick after Dan's piece of meat.
This is probably, as as some ways a very unpopular choice, but Jurassic Park would probably be number 6, by the way. But like I said, I just kind of, when I looked at this list, I kind of looked at it and thought of different stuff. And this attraction too kind of falls in the same category as Jurassic Park and the ride, in my opinion. It's a very kind of almost as strange as Dan's his X-Men pick. My pick.
Hey, I never choose strange picks. What are you talking about?
Sorry, Dan. My number 3 pick is the E.T. Adventure, believe it or not. So,
I forgot about that.
Right.
yeah, see, you forgot about it. It's not even on the list. But you know what?
I didn't even make my honorable mentions. Dang it.
Is it a great ride? No, by far.
Hey.
It's
What's
not
that?
really
Hey.
But you know what? I'm a huge Steven Spielberg fan, and he's in the queue with E.T. And E.T. says your name at the end. He never really says it to Robert. He says it like that. He didn't really say it that great. And I noticed like the everything besides the aliens, like the men on the ride and everything, look like mannequins and stuff. They don't really move and everything. But you know what? It's like that queue is incredible with the forest and the way that his dad comes up and the smoke. That's maybe one of the coolest queues I've ever seen as a kid and everything. And I don't know. I think it's still kind of a cool ride. I don't know. I think they're not allowed to close them, or they closed the one in Hollywood or something.
They're not allowed to close this one.
They're not allowed to. They've closed the ET ride at all of the other Universal parks. ET at Universal Orlando is the last original ride there, and it's the last ET ride at any other park, Spielberg has said he will not allow them to close it. So Spielberg told Universal they can't close it, and that's well done, Mr. Spielberg. That's all I can say.
I haven't seen ET in a long time, and I'm in the mood to watch the movie. And every time I go on that ride, it puts me in the mood. It's just a fun ride. I like it. So whatever. It's not
so this year I did the ride, and obviously you had to fill out your name and whatever. So Sarah wrote out her name, and I wrote my name as Smeagol. So ET went. Goodbye, Sarah and Smeagol.
That's amazing.
I have a story actually.
That's hilarious.
So, a family friend of ours, his name is JC, and he put in JC as goodbye, Juck.
Juck. Goodbye, Juck.
You're Juck. Yeah, it's just a cool ride though. Like it's not like maybe not the best in the world, but like I like Juck ET and everything. It just was believe it or not, I've only seen ET once in the theater, and I've never seen it again. And I have it, and I want to see it again one of these days. And I just love Spielberg, and it's just a cool ride. So that's it. That's my number 3.
Yeah. Okay. My next one is if this ride still existed, it would be my number 1. It doesn't still exist, so I'll throw this in the middle now.
Terminator,
because it's been replaced by
Terminator.
Jaws.
Gonna be my next one. Yes, but it is probably in my eyes one of the best Universal IPs there was.
Barbie.
It's a film and a ride we have covered on other pub talks, on RobFuz Shark Week and whatnot.
Jaws 4.
Jaws 4 the Revenge.
It's Jaws 4 the ride. No, it's Jaws. Yeah, Jaws the ride. I loved it.
Hey, it still lives. It's Japan.
Speaking of the queues earlier, Brendan, I mean, this is a ride that did incorporate the fans we've missed to keep you cool in the queues. They still probably didn't work as well as they should have done. It wasn't air conditioning after all, but at least they made an effort to try and keep you cool in the while you're waiting in line. And just the TV screens in the ride, just keeping in the queue, just keeping you entertained all the way throughout with the Jaws theme stuff. And then the theming of the line as you were going through the old
quirky news reports, right? They were awesome.
Yeah, it was like the quirky news reports, and as you were going through the old boatyard huts and stuff like that, and so you actually got onto the dock and onto the tour of Amityville or Amity Island, and then the carnage happens, and it's one of those rides that with the flames and everything like that, and you really felt those flames, and just the storyline and the acting. I loved the acting. That was the ride for me where a cast member really had to go to town on the acting role, similarly to the Great Movie Ride at
Jungle Cruise
at Disney's MGM Studios. I'm going to say in that they really had to sell it. Like they did in some of the scenes on the Great Movie Ride.
You can get a good one, you can get a bad one too sometimes.
Yeah, I remember seeing some really, really good ones on the Jaws ride, and that for me would have been a great job to have had. If somebody said to me, "What would be your dream job?" if it was just performing the same thing over and over and over again, it wouldn't be on a theater stage necessarily. It would have either been the Great Movie Ride or the Jaws ride. So it would have just been so much fun just acting that out. So yes, there we go. That Jaws ride. I would have to put that in. If it was still around, it would be my number 1, but it's not, unfortunately.
It's a good ride.
It's in my extinct rides of Universal. It's number 2, but I love it.
Yeah, I mean the effects weren't the greatest, but that's what made it so iconic, because it was one of the first, original rides that ever came to Universal, and I've been on it maybe 4 or 5 times, and like I said, the practical effects were a little bit dated. They got dated over time, but just an iconic ride for sure.
Yeah. Cheers.
Okay.
Peace. Cheers.
Michael.
Sensitive subject.
So my number 3 is going to be a ride that we've already talked about, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. I mean, when that ride came out, there was nothing like it. I mean, it was revolutionary. It kind of set the tone for dark rides to come in the coming years. Gosh, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. I think there's like 11 or 12 different little show scenes that they have, and they're all great. I mean, they had a 4K update. I think Rob, I think you mentioned it. They had like a 4K update 6 or 7 years ago, and it's noticeably better. And I mean, they just made it better by upgrading to 4K, and just an amazing ride. The ride's 20 years old. I can't believe it because it opened with the park Islands of Adventure back in 1999, and it's aged very, very well. And for that reason, I mean, I've got to include it. It's such a great ride. So
I kind of wish that it would go away, kind of, and Disney World would have that ride, but it's still a great ride.
They sort of are getting that ride in Disneyland.
Yeah, they're actually making a Spider-Man ride as part of the Marvel world in Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
Because the rides they can do on the West Coast,
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see kind of like what they incorporate into that ride.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And Universal Hollywood doesn't have that Spider-Man ride. It has the Transformers version. It doesn't have the Spider-Man one. So,
right.
So, yeah. Jen?
Hey, so my next one is Transformers.
Nice.
So it's very similar as far as like the ride vehicles to Spider-Man, but I feel like when they built Transformers after Spider-Man, they kind of took it up a notch or two. So I absolutely love Transformers. That's actually a ride that I literally will seek out and I will literally ride over and over and over again.
Because we've done it.
We really have. Back to back, over and over. It's an amazingly done ride.
Yeah.
I've never been on it. I'm embarrassed. I haven't been there since.
I don't know that it's better than Spider-Man. It borrows a lot of the same elements, but in terms of intensity and action sequences, I think Transformers gives Spider-Man kind of a run for its money.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know much about it, so I'm excited, Jim.
Yeah, you're right, man.
It was never open when I was there, so hopefully next year.
Yeah, no, it is good. It is. I personally prefer the Spider-Man one still, but Transformers is very, very, very good and very, very similar. Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan.
Dylan, what's your favorite ride?
My favorite ride is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. Good choice.
Brandon, what's your next pick?
Speaking of Spider-Man, it'd have to be The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. I just personally feel I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I'm a big comic book fan. I'm a big Marvel fan. So when it comes to Spider-Man, I would put it at my number one, but I got other places. Spider-Man for me is an amazing ride. I love how it brings in the Sinister Six. I love when Electro just jumps on your car.
Yeah,
like electrocutes the car. You just get shooken around like a piece of meat.
Can you?
Hey! No, that's my thing.
Can you quote that line when he jumps on top of the vehicle? Can you quote it? Yeah.
I can't quote him, but somebody else's "Time to Turn Up the Heat." I'm trying to remember who that was.
Electro. If you think you're getting out of here, you're in for a shock.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
No, it's Doc Ock that says "Time to Turn Up the Heat," and it's like,
things are just starting to heat up.
Yeah. Mike knows this very, very well.
I haven't been on it too many times.
I'm a Universal ride nerd. I'm Disney too, but I memorize certain things. I'm like, that's me. So
I love how J. Jonah Jameson. I love the way he says Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
Daniel.
Hello. My next pick is a ride that it makes you do something, and it's actually in its name, and it's called, I've written it down, Kang and Kodo's Twirl and Hurl.
From the Simpsons area?
Is that the Simpsons area?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it actually fulfills on its promise and twirls and
And then you,
Pearls. But it's an attraction that I think has taken Dumbo to the next level. Obviously, nothing will replace Dumbo, but this ride is very much. It's very well themed. You sit in a rocket ship, and obviously, because rocket ships fly, and you do a lot of different sort of ups and downs and twirls and hurls with it. So. I thought it's quite a cool ride just because I like the name of it, and I think it's a very interesting and a ride that I'd like to see in Disney when Simpsons head over there.
Awesome.
Don't laugh at my pick.
Marvel,
I'm serious.
Disney has a ride like that. It's called Dumbo, right?
Yeah. And Triceratops
Yeah.
spin. And Magic Carpets of Aladdin.
Like when Resort TV One streams over there, like that's the only ride they could stream on. That's kind of funny.
Oh man, yeah,
because they don't let them stream on anything.
No, yeah, they don't allow you to stream or vlog most rides.
I love that you do the name of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, I wrote it down.
Robert.
Roberto.
Was someone else brought it? My number 2 pick in the countdown of the top 5 here, and you guys talked about it. Men in Black. It's an incredible ride. I love the theming outside too from the movie. Those 2 towers. They're actually near my house. I live like about 20 minutes from those towers in Queens, from the World's Fair in New York, and they become alien ships in the movie, which is pretty cool. And I just love the theming. The control center and the queue. And I love the interaction. You battle stuff and everything, and just whenever you go on that ride, you see something different every time. And then the end. You have to aim up at that certain area on a certain creature that you have to shoot. It's kind of funny, and if you hit that, you get all the points at the end too. It's just a great ride. I really love it. So my number 2 pick is Men in Black. It's just good. It's underrated. You guys are saying a lot of cool rides and everything. I'm like, oh yeah, those rides. Of course, my other extinct rides. Can we go over those at the end too?
We'll go over those quickly.
I didn't really put them on my list, but Men in Black's my number 2 on the top 5. It's a great ride. I love it. It's a must. And it is the only one in the world. Well, I think there might be one in Japan. I'm not sure.
My number 2 is Escape from Gringotts. It's just the theming of that ride, and especially the queue. That when you're in line and you're going through that bank, it's and just the whole theming of like anything they've done with the Harry Potter stuff. I do have a slight irk. I'm going to say not grudge, but a slight irk of the Harry Potter stuff at Universal, because it's not a Universal IP, it's Warner Brothers. But you can't knock how amazing it is. It's the level of detail fairly rivals anything that Disney
was amazing with the bankers.
Kind of done up until when Disney went and did Flight of Passage. It rivaled anything that Disney had put in previously. That level of detail is phenomenal, and the ride is great as well. It's a half screen, half roller coaster sort of based one. Love it. I've only ridden it a couple of times, but I've thoroughly enjoyed it both times, and I can't wait to go and ride it again. So Escape from Gringotts is my number 2.
Another one I haven't been on, so I wish I could have been on it. It probably would make my top 5. I've seen the queue and everything. I've never seen the ride, unfortunately, but it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
And again, it's one that's not at Universal Hollywood. But yes,
right.
Yeah,
that's a great ride. Yeah, it made my honorable mentions for sure.
Yeah,
not my top 5, but still a great ride for sure.
Yeah,
what's your number 2? Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Gringotts. As soon as you walk in, the theming is just beautiful. Yes. I absolutely love the the animatronic goblins.
The goblins in the bank.
Chandelier.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's phenomenal. So, bless you. Kay's heading for a late dinner, but she's keeping us all on. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you, Kay.
No, Andrea. Sorry, not Kay. Andrea.
Oh, yeah.
She's simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Mike, what's your number 2?
My number 2, my number 1 and number 2, it could have gone either way, honestly. But my number 2 is Revenge of the Mummy.
Nice.
I mean, that ride, when I first rode it, I was just completely blown away. It's the perfect mix of practical effects and thrill ride. There's no screens, there's no gimmicky 3D, anything like that. And I mean, like I said, it's like a roller coaster. So a roller coaster mixed in with highly detailed theming and kind of horror suspense elements. Revenge of the Mummy is one of those rides where I could just ride over and over and over and over again. And I've done it and just not get tired of it. Maybe a little bit queasy, nauseous, but I don't care. It's worth it. But yeah, Revenge of the Mummy, my number 2, just absolutely love it. Can't say enough good things about it. So love it.
Nice. Sweet. Awesome pick. Love that ride myself. So yes.
Yeah.
Jen?
So my number 2 is also Revenge of the Mummy. We literally will. That's one of the rides that we will make a beeline to when we're in that park.
Yeah.
Like we will go and we will ride it. It's hard for both of us to ride it together because we have Dylan with us and he can't ride it yet. But one will ride, the other one will get off, get off, and then the other one will go ride. We'll do this a few times, and that's how typically how we start our Universal day.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of rider switch, right?
Oh yeah, child swap.
Yeah.
A small child, they give you like a ticket. You can actually go through the entire queue with your kid, and then right when you get up to the ride, they have like a holding area, and basically one parent goes on, they get off, and then the other parent can go on, and the other one is with the smaller child. And most of the time, it doesn't have that big of a queue. I mean, we've opened with that ride a couple times, but usually, I think the longest I've ever waited was maybe half hour, 35 minutes. Mm-hmm. And even then, like I don't even think we waited that long. It said 35 minutes, but I'm like, that was like maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
it's a great ride. Didn't make my top 5, but it's a fun, great ride.
Yeah.
For sure.
Brendan?
Number 2 for me would have to be Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Personally, between the queue, the ride itself, it's just an incredible ride. I absolutely love, like, if you're a Harry Potter fan, if you've seen all the films, you will absolutely like if you haven't seen the films, you'll like the ride, but you won't understand what's going on. But like throughout, like if you're a Harry Potter fan, I've seen all the movies, you will adore this ride. Like I remember right before we went to Universal this past trip in July, I showed my brother all the Harry Potter movies, and then we went on Forbidden Journey. He loved it. And as soon as he saw Hagrid's his favorite character. He's like, Hagrid! And then he's like, oh no, Dementors and all that. But this ride to me is just it's just like top tier rides. Like I'm kind of glad they got rid of the whole 3D, 4D effect. And then they expanded the screens a lot too. They had like IMAX screens, but the ride is just fantastic.
Nice.
Agreed. Yeah, the 3D portion that you're talking about was only incorporated at Hollywood, Universal Hollywood.
Oh,
they had it for probably maybe 2 months. They're like, yeah, this sucks. Let's get rid of it. But I mean, you don't need 3D on that ride. So
yeah. The one thing that gets to me is the lockers. You have to go all the way to the dungeons, throw your stuff in the locker, walk half a mile over there to get in the line. That's the only thing that gets to me.
Yeah. Jen has a story about that.
I have a horror story from the lockers.
Oh no!
It was bad. Bad.
No.
We gotta say it now.
Yeah, you can't.
So
can't leave me in suspense.
Basically, the first time that we ever rode the Forbidden Journey, I was going to get stuff out of our lockers. Mike was like, "Okay, I'll meet you out here when you're done." And our locker was either right at the bottom or the next to the bottom. So like fairly close to the bottom of the, I guess, big row of lockers. So I kneeled down and I'm getting our stuff out of the locker. Next thing you know, this lady above me goes in her locker, grabs her purse and pulls it out, and her purse strap grabs my neck.
Oh no.
And it's like, I'm like, oh! And she doesn't speak any English. So I'm sitting here like tapping her on her leg, trying to get her to release my neck from her purse. It was bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember like after you came out, you were just like out of breath. I'm like, what in the happened to you? What is going on with you right now?
That's
and
crazy.
like, oh my god, yeah, that was back. We rode that ride for the first time in 2011. It wasn't even like a year old.
No.
So it was still very, very, popular. And people flocked to it. I mean, just in droves, So yeah, it was kind of scary, man. Like,
Yeah,
I'd never seen you
I can imagine.
just like out of it, like, oh my gosh, are you all right? What? Man?
I was like, I just need to sit down and I need some water.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, Dan. Jesus, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know the name of the actual ride. Its full name.
So the next worst ride on Google.
I called it the Dr. Seuss TTA ride.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got this. I got this.
Seuss trolley ride.
It's called the High in the Sky Seuss Trolley Train Ride.
That's it. That ride,
Great ride,
is, in my opinion, one of the best rides in the whole of Orlando.
It's good fun. It is
And let me tell you why. Although the TTA is one of the most innovative, creative, just breathtaking rides I think ever to be created, because
keep going. I'll be back in a second, guys. Sorry.
Rude. I completely forgot what I was, because the TTA was a very innovative, creative, and groundbreaking attraction. The Dr. Seuss High in the Sky ride schmide thing is amazing because you get to see the whole of Universal and its surrounding areas, and you can literally sit back, relax, and actually sneak like some popcorn onto the ride, and you could just sit there for like 30 minutes, eat popcorn, and just have a great time. I mean, that is just heaven right there. And I would rather do
all about the food, Dad. All about the food.
I would rather do that than scream. I'd rather do that than scream my head off and get like whiplash from going on like the Hulk. So I went with Dr. Seuss's High in the Sky TTA fakery ride.
Dan, I'm sorry.
What?
That description was hilarious.
It was great.
It's true. Like that's
Like the best ride ever made.
It's like one of the best rides to ever be built in any park.
Remade for Jaws 4. I don't know.
Yo, if they remade it for Jaws 4, I don't care what ride. I don't care how good Rise of the Resistance is. I don't care how good Flight of Passage is. A Jaws 4 Dr. Seuss High in the Sky ride would be the best ride to ever be made in the world.
They could really up the theming, and as you're in the sky, they could give you like a bag of rocks, and you just throw rocks at like Jaws.
Yeah, and then the shark would grab onto your plane and just like balance on his fin.
Right, perfect ride. Perfect.
Yeah, it is just marvelous in every single way.
I'm so confused.
Are you guys making up a ride that you want to see? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We're the Imagineering at its best right here.
Okay, let's do a speed round of our last rides, because obviously I'm aware that time is ticking on, guys. So
I'm pretty much a zombie right now.
Yeah, Rob, number one ride.
Surely your chest, Dan. I'm just kidding. My number one ride would
to the
be
Future.
No, it's I love Back to the Future, but my number one ride is Harry Potter.
Forbidden Journey?
Ride. Yeah, Forbidden Journey. I haven't been on the other ride yet. Just a great ride. I've only been on it once. The lines were so heavy. It's the last time I went on. It's just great. So that's my pick. So we talked about it. It's just awesome. So
yes, agree completely. I know Brandon picked it as his number two. Forbidden Journey is my number one as well. It's the only ride for me that in Orlando will rival Flight of Passage as far as I'm concerned. Again, the theming, like with Gringotts, is phenomenal in the queue in the castle. When I first rode it in 2014, the queue was enormous, so I only got to do it once that trip. when I went in 2017, there was hardly any queue, and I literally went on that ride like 4 times in a row. It was like it was just walking straight on, and I could happily do that. I could just ride that ride over and over and over again at Islands of Adventure. So yeah, it's a great ride. Love the theming. Didn't even have to watch any Harry Potter movies, like Brandon said, to enjoy it. Just thoroughly great fun. So yeah, Forbidden Journey.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, same for me. Forbidden Journey is my all-time favorite ride ever. I rode it without ever seeing any of the Harry Potter stuff. I like back then I thought Harry Potter was like for kids for some reason.
Yeah.
And like I rode it and was just like blown away by the theming and the robot arm technology and going from the screen to practical sets. I mean, it blew me away. And to this day, it still holds up. Like there's not an attraction that beats it for me. So
awesome.
Number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the Forbidden Journey as my number one as well. It's
other than your horror story in the queue.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, I mean, the ride itself is amazing. The actual queue is amazing. The locker situation was a nightmare the first time we went, but that's beside the point. It actually blew me away, like absolutely blew me away. Way better than I ever expected it to be.
Yep.
There you go. So 4 shouts for Forbidden Journey. Brandon? We know yours is not going to be Forbidden Journey.
And my number one is the Circle Baby Minion Mayhem. No. Okay.
Well, these are meant to be serious lists, Brandon.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that should have been obvious when Dan mentioned the High in the Sky Sue's Trolley ride.
And Storm Spinner electrolyte thingy ride.
Yeah.
So I think I'm the only one who's been on this out of this entire pub.
I was thinking about this too, Brandon. I was going to say no one's been on this ride. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you just went. So
yeah.
Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure.
Nice.
This ride.
I've heard great things about it.
My God, this I didn't expect it to be this good at all. I mean, holy cow! They really put their heart and soul into this ride. The amount of like you guys know how fast Rock and Roller Coaster shoots you. You get that about 6, 7, or 8 times throughout the entire ride.
Crazy.
You get Everest mixed in. You go backwards sometimes. Spoiler alert. You drop. You actually drop. Like the track itself, like drops from under you.
There's a roller coaster like that at Alton Towers in the UK. So yeah,
this ride is just fantastic. I get the wait times are insane and everything, but this ride is 100% worth it. It is worth the 3-hour wait time. It is. I mean, it's worth. I mean, the heat can definitely be overbearing, but eventually you'll get inside. But other than that, it is fantastic.
Awesome.
Looks incredible. I'm just looking at the map.
Good shout. And Dan, your number one?
My final pick is a attraction that out of all of us here, none of us can ride. Only people like Ebony and Dylan can ride it.
I know the
exact. And that is the pterodactyl gliders over at Jurassic Park.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shall I tell you why this is the best attraction in the world? Is because I have no idea what it's about, but it must be so exclusive and so it's kind of like a rite of passage for young people, young children to experience
or
a
flight of
passage. A flight of passage. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That is a sensation that us adults can never ever experience because we aren't fit enough. We aren't small enough to experience such a high enough. Listen, the high in the sky Dr. Seuss thing is not high enough. You need to experience this pterodactyl glider thing because it is just a piece of magic. This ride is more entertaining. This ride is more entertaining to watch from the ground than watching Jurassic World on Blu-ray. I'm putting it out there right now because
I have it on Blu-ray.
This ride has character, exclusivity. That's a good word.
Good word.
And sometimes, if it's just right, the wind is just right, you get a little bit of blustering from the Jurassic Park River Journey attraction. It is by far the best ride at Universal.
There we go.
Let me tell you,
It's still open? I thought they closed it.
Our top Universal attractions that have just been nailed.
And let me tell you something. When Ebony and Dylan ride that attraction, they're going to come off that ride and they will tell you that is the best ride in the world.
Ebony has
they would tell me they would rather chew glass than go back.
Hey, Mike, how is Skull Island Reign of Kong? I guess that's not
It's good, man.
It's okay.
I was a little bit underwhelmed with it the first time I rode it, but repeat rides, I've come to appreciate it a little bit more. You know, back in Hollywood, they have the tram ride, and there's a segment where you go through the 3D part.
It's part of the tour. Yeah, it's part of the tour.
And that's actually part of this ride. And honestly, that's like the best part of the ride.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, and the animatronic Kong at the very end is just incredible.
Yes, that's like the old Banana Breath one, isn't it? That animatronic one is like the old Banana Breath.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the same animatronic, but it's similar.
It's exactly like the Kong from the Peter Jackson. Yeah. Not new, but like the Peter Jackson King Kongs that came out 12, 13 years ago, whatever. It's just incredible, just massive. I mean, you're so freaking close to it, and the facial expressions and the movement of the animatronic is just incredible. So yeah, that and the 3D part were definitely the highlights of the ride for sure.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Okay, guys, any honorable mentions? We'll just throw them out very quickly.
Yeah, for me, I've got Escape from Gringotts, Skull Island, Reign of Kong, Popeyes, Bilge Rat Barges, one of the water rides, Transformers, and Dudley Do Right's Ripsaw Falls for me.
Yeah.
For me, you know, Confrontation, one of my all-time favorite rides. That's my number one. Jaws would be number 2. Back to the Future, number 3. I'm sure Dan got all these. Earthquake, the big one. I missed that. That's
Earthquake,
awesome.
Yeah.
And the T2 Terminator 3D movie is incredible. I can't wait to see what they put in there, but all are definitely
I used to enjoy it wasn't a ride, but I used to enjoy the Twister attraction as well.
Yeah.
The Twister
and then Backdraft in Hollywood. I love that.
I used to enjoy those. Jurassic Park is an honorable for me. E.T. It's great as well. So.
My honorable mention is the Woody Woodpecker roller coaster, and Doctor Doom's.
Can you turn them off at this point?
That's a hidden gem.
And Doctor Doom's free full drop thingy.
It's actually pretty fun.
What's the River Rapids?
Your fear. I'll never forget that.
Poseidon's Fury is the best attraction ever.
Well, I actually like that, believe it or not.
It's good to do like one time. It's like, okay, it's cool. Then like when you do it again, you're like, this is so bad and cheesy. But the exterior of that is like impressive though. You gotta admit.
Yeah.
Is the live chat still working? Because I've not had a comment for 10 minutes. And I know there's people in the chat still, so I've not seen any.
Like fly.
Yeah.
No.
I go to the YouTube page, it is working, but it's not on our thing. It's not working.
It's disconnected.
No, it's updating.
No, it's there.
It's going.
It is there.
Gracious said so.
I saw Gracie's comment for about 10 minutes ago. I know there's still people in the chat. I can see how many people are in, but we've not had any comments for a while.
So
I'm just making sure it's actually still working at this end. So,
Road Trip Dave.
Hey, Dave. We're so furious charges garbage, and the Jimmy Fallon rides garbage too. That whatever.
Yeah, the queue is by far the best part of Jimmy Fallon. Like going through the different sets and the ragtime gals. Yeah, that's really cool. But the ride was just okay.
Fast and Furious is garbage.
I have not.
Okay, guys.
And
where the time is.
Rocket ride. That's no good either, Mike. I don't know about that. The Hollywood Rip Rob Ride Rocket.
That's kind of sketchy.
Okay.
Rip Rob Ride Rocket.
The Rip Ride Rocket is okay.
Rip Rob Ride Rocket.
Yeah.
There we go. Now the comments have started
Are
coming
you?
through. So I've been on here. I'm hiding. It's working. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
No
cool.
lag, no lag or buffering. No, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so I've got my.
Quick honorable mentions for me is Gringotts, Jaws, Back to the Future, and Twitch.
Okay, Jonathan Chong has just got home. What is the chatter in the pub? So, Jonathan, we've just been talking about our top Universal Orlando attractions. We've also done a couple of other things as well. So, yes, welcome. Obviously, if you want to hear what our top Universal attractions are, you can catch the replay. We're about to move on to a new feature in Pub Talk. We don't know how this is going to pan out. This is called Story Talk. Okay, so Story Talk is basically we're going to try and tell you a story in around about 5 minutes and no longer. The thing is, none of us know the story. This is the problem. So we each take it in turns, and we'll keep on going in the round robin format, the clockwise, and we only get one word each, following on from the previous person's word. So, for example, if we were to start the story once upon a time, that would be, I would say once, Mike would say upon, Jen would say Brandon would say time, and we would go from there. Okay, so we only get one word each, and it's got to make sense. It's got to all make sense following on from each other. We'll see where the story goes. We don't know where it might go. It could go hideously wrong. It could be hilariously funny. And
Keep
we're
in
going to
mind
set
that
like
it's all going to be PG.
Yes, it is all going to be
Yeah,
PG.
Mike. I'm like,
It is all going to be PG. And I will
What do
set
you mean,
a,
I'm a zombie right now. I can't.
and I will set a 5-limit timer starting from now. Once. Come on, Mike. Once.
A.
Time.
there. I go next. So
What do you mean?
was.
A.
Oh, you completely missed me.
No. Dan
Okay.
said there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
All right, restart.
Right.
Once. Roll it back.
Adam,
Dan-
Mike,
Dan-
Jen, Brandon, Dan, me. Go.
Yes. So Dan goes after Brandon. Yes. Yeah. Once.
Upon.
A.
Time.
There.
Was.
A.
Midget.
Named.
Brock.
And
He.
Was.
Short.
But.
He.
was
Always.
Drinking.
Milk.
Until.
He.
had
Punched.
A.
Bartender.
In.
The.
rib.
But.
Adam.
One.
Holy.
Day.
Brock.
Swung.
Downwards.
And.
Sideways.
And.
Brock.
Volleyed.
Torpedoes.
That.
Went.
In.
A.
Giant.
Ocean. You gotta write this out, it's funny.
In.
The hole.
That's two words.
Check guess hole.
Holes.
In.
Oh, geez. Sorry, y'all. The.
Big.
Small.
Awkward.
Ocean.
Seashell.
What?
Eight.
how we've got completely off track here.
I love it. Keep going.
Yeah.
This is a time for everyone to comment, by the way.
Who's up?
I said 8. It's Brandon's turn.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. You said A?
8.
8.
Like, wait, number 8.
No. Yeah.
O'clock?
No. 8 as in.
Oh, 8.
Eating
A.
I'm sorry, if this was a drinking game, we'd all be smashed by now.
8 liver. Dan.
Which
Elephants.
Also,
Enjoy.
V.
What did Jen say?
V.
The meal. Period.
wait, what?
Elephants enjoy the meal. Period. You start the next
which
sentence.
also 8. Yeah.
Okay, cameras.
Projected.
And
What happened to Brock?
Caught.
I'm sorry.
Hot.
And.
Caught what?
And.
And Brock.
Smelled.
Funky.
so
Brock left the building. Road trip.
God, this is the longest 5 minutes of my life.
it's actually,
Like, honestly,
that's actually the 5-minute timer.
this is
5 minutes was over 5 minutes ago.
this is the 5 minutes in my life which I'll never ever be able to claim back in my life.
It's because we're all pondering the next word, going, what?
I really would rather put this pin in my eye.
That was awesome.
Okay, story talk kind of worked, kind of didn't work. Yeah, we can perfect that another time, maybe. Okay, we're gonna finish off with a little game of missing words.
That's the same thing that we just did, right?
Fill in the blanks. Not quite. Okay, so Dan, you've seen the game show Have I Got News for You? It's kind of taking a spin on that. We have a publication here. It is written by David Mumpower, Behind the Ride. Some of you may know it as one of Resort TV One's sponsors. So we've just taken a few lines out of that. So yeah, let's just try and fill in the blanks. Okay. Disney controls all light. They can trigger a what anytime they add a new sensation into the void of darkness.
They can trigger a Tigger.
That's awesome.
They can trigger a Tigger. Yeah.
A credit card reader.
Fancy.
They can,
A what?
Stroke.
I thought you said a stroke. They can trigger a stroke anytime they add a new sensation into the void of darkness.
This is really, really dark. Road trip day says a
Black hole.
They can trigger a black hole.
a stroke.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I said Dole Whip.
They can
Trigger Dole Whip.
Any others?
Turkey leg.
wait, they can trigger diarrhea.
Oh. By controlling all light. Okay, the answer was they can trigger a sensory response anytime they add a new sensation.
That says Salem story.
I think we should all have.
I mistyped that. Yeah,
I think we should all have one word. One word.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
Okay, that was when they were talking about Space Mountain in the book, by the way, just to add a little bit of context. Okay, the next one is, it was a time when people across the country would all take what to get to where they were going?
Jonathan Chong says seizure.
It was a time. Let's remember we are family friendly. It was a time when people across the country would all take what to get to
Laxatives.
Dude, you stole my line, man. I was gonna say that.
I'm sorry, Mike.
Dan said diarrhea. I'm just like, oh.
Xanax.
It's the toilet. It's just the toilet jokes
I
now.
like the
They would all take Xanax.
Case said trains.
Would all take.
hallucinogenics.
It was a time when people across the country would all take big balls to get to where they're going.
I warned you, Mike.
It would take.
Balls,
It
like,
was
to play sports, you know?
I'm gonna go with the pterodactyl gliders from
That would be a
Universal.
great mode of transport. We've had monorails, boats, trucks, cars,
Skyliners.
trains. Okay,
It'd take a long
Donkey.
time.
How about donkey?
Rachel,
Donkey.
a bus, great, yeah, a long time is a good one. A long time is a good one. So, yeah, Rachel was actually the closest. It was regarding the ride Cars. So, and the the attraction cars. It was a time when people across the country would all take the
Well,
same.
it makes sense when you put the answer up there.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, the next one. What? The fun way.
Laxatives.
How is that a
Great.
fun way?
Drink.
Being hugged by Mickey. The fun way.
You know the answer. It's not
Oh,
fair.
man.
Being what by Mickey?
Hugged.
Living life to the fullest.
Hub talking. Playing. The fun way.
We playing?
Playing. The fun way.
Sharing sonar bread service.
The fun way.
Is it one word?
Kenny says
Alcohol. Good question.
Alcohol. The fun way.
Yeah. Concur.
Necrophilia.
Oh, wow.
Hey, now we're gonna get
Jesus.
banned because you said that. Don't say that.
You guys know what about
You're gonna get banned.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, well.
Show's over, folks.
Good night, everybody.
You can tell Dan's tired.
Express.
Getting wet the fun way on Splash
That's
Mountain. I don't know.
Express.
Ride the fun way. Experience it the fun way. The answer was 6 hours in line the fun way. And this is talking about when they were building Flight of Passage.
Oh
So
my
there we go.
God.
Wow.
Okay, the last one. The last one for
I
us.
can't do another
Why
one.
don't you give us a hint?
One of the dirty secrets of dinosaur is what?
Everybody takes laxatives.
I can't.
It's the exact same track as Indiana Jones.
This is actually in the book. Okay, all of these
It's the
lines.
same track as Indiana
This is
Jones.
actually in the book.
Oh
So,
my god!
yeah.
I've really got to be careful in this one. PG.
So one of the dirty
Ken?
secrets
You're right,
of
Ken.
dinosaur is what?
They all take laxatives.
What is it with you and
I was
laxatives?
going to say, yeah.
I
Can
never
we
took laxatives at
stop
first.
with the
That was
laxatives
Rob.
now? Can we stop with the
No,
laxatives?
that was Rob. He did it.
Once.
One of the dirty
Dirty Secrets of Dinosaur.
is
Huh.
One of the dirty secrets of dinosaur.
Come on, Mike's got to have some ideas. It's his favorite ride.
Oh, he's got a few, I'm sure.
food that I
He's just trying to keep
I
them.
can't mention.
They're real.
Of
Fairly
dinosaur
oriented.
is there's real fossils in the cube.
Jonathan Chong says the mating scene.
What is it?
It's the mating scene.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Jonathan,
One-
you're on. Yeah,
I think we started this at 7.
One of
Okay.
the dirty secrets of dinosaur is when one of the dinosaurs is eating the other dinosaur, finding out that it was his own brother.
Oh,
Well, that's dark, man.
I was going to go. I was going to go
That is
somewhere
dark.
else, but
That's dark, not dirty.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm scared of where these answers could go, given how late it is. I'm gonna reveal one of the dirty secrets of dinosaur.
completely
Is that it's
blame
the
me for this.
second dinosaur attraction hosted in its building. There was another dinosaur attraction built there originally, which I don't think ever actually saw light of day. But there you go. It's all revealed in the book. So.
I feel like Adam has
Yeah.
completely blamed me for the ruin of this segment.
Not at all. Not at all.
You
Not that.
you don't need to lie.
I'm not lying, dude. No, it's
Okay.
I already knew that with this round, we were obviously running the risk of a few hilarious answers. And let's face it, it's pub talk. While we try to remain as family friendly as we can, there's always some colourful language that overspills in a pub. So
there's always a rated R answer.
and everybody in the chat knows that we are just having fun. So
I haven't even been drinking.
I think when Dan's last comment came out, that was the one that was the comment there by Kay that just oh my that was the best comment. They just summed it up the most. So there we go. Let's fill in the blanks. So it's last orders at the bar, guys. Does anybody else want to plug anything, promote anything? It's we've been going for about 2 hours now. It's for Dan and I. It's just after 2 a.m. So it's I'm going to be getting up for work in about 4.5 hours time. So
I was going to go live tonight again, but I don't know if I can. I'm exhausted after this.
Do it, Rob.
You're exhausted.
Rob,
You've only just got here.
Yeah, Rob's only been here for half of the pub talk. So.
After party, Rob.
Yeah, that's cool. It's like talking.
A lot of people stream. But
Yeah,
go check out Bob and Ashley too.
Yes, obviously Bob and Ashley are going live, so make sure we go. Anybody that's wanting to stay up and watch something, go over and check out Bob and Ashley. Obviously, we wanted to do some stuff that was made Pub Talk a little bit different tonight, guys. So for the people in the chat, I hope you've enjoyed our fun and frolics, and just trying to have a little bit of laughter and competitive edge. A few pub games, I guess. So yeah, it's been good fun having that. Mike, Jen, it's been great fun having you guys in the pub with us, and I know you guys are planning on making a little bit of a comeback.
I miss you guys.
We definitely are planning on making a comeback. We've just gotten derailed, I guess you could say, by life over the past 6 months. Yeah, man, coming on with you guys, tonight is definitely made me realize how much I miss, going live and chatting and everything. So, we'll definitely more to come from us, hopefully soon. So,
guys look good too.
Yes, both look fantastic and well. So yes, yeah, Brandon.
Something about Brandon, but
Brandon. You made your bed? Yeah.
Thanks for making your bed, Brandon.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's a
Brandon,
running pub joke.
There's a running pub joke. You didn't get drunk on your first pub talk?
I did not get drunk on my first pub talk. No.
Okay.
I only had 4% alcohol.
That means next time we need to run for much longer until Brandon gets drunk.
If you want me to get drunk, we got to get some of these going.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, we'll get you on the shot. We'll get on the shots next time. We'll get in the shots next time. So yeah, Daniel, you're still with us.
I'm so tired.
You're still with us. You're still awake.
Happy New Year! It's not really a big Happy New Year thing.
And Kay says, I always laugh during pub talk. We are glad of that.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah, it has been fun. And Dan is when we've decided to kind of throw in a few extra fun bits into pub talk tonight. It was an idea that when we were deciding to bring pub talk back, because we'd all been away for a while, Dan should take the credit for obviously suggesting that we try a few different things. So obviously let us know, guys, if you're watching the replay in the comments, or in the chat. What has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you?
By the way, I'm
Maybe
very sorry if I've offended people. If you're from Chernobyl, I'm very sorry.
But yeah, Dan, have you got anything coming up that you want to plug or promote?
On a more lively topic, I have a vlog coming out on Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party coming out on.
Seeing you shaving is worth it. It's
Wait,
awesome.
wait. Is it clean shaven Halloween party, or is it when you have facial hair Halloween party?
Shaven one. I'm still on my first day of vlogging, so
awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
So that would be my first Halloween party vlog with Nick from Magical News Live and Samantha Lowe and a couple of other people. And then Disney Fiasco episode 68 will be on Saturday. And I think Abby from Main Street Mickey is going to join me that because she was meant to do this week but couldn't, so it'll be next week. And that's about it.
Hey Dan, one more Fiasco.
Till what?
Till no 60.
RobFuz. Do you have anything?
I have to follow that. Hey, thanks, guys.
Can I just say one thing? I have made many jokes on this show that may have pushed the boundary, but I think Brandon has just won that prize.
No.
On that note, yeah, my channel is RobFuz over at YouTube. I go live every Friday with these guys, and with my nephew Frankie. Check out RobFuz on all the socials. RobFuz right there.
Sorry.
And thank you. Thanks for having me on today. I'm sorry I was late, guys. I had to bring my wife to the airport. Very exciting. But I told the guys to start without me. And thanks, Adam. Good job today. Good job, guys.
Come on, you couldn't have called her an Uber or something?
I know. Tell me about it.
Can I just say, I was leading the pack on going to the boundary of jokes, but I think Brandon has definitely taken the prize now.
So you can feel less bad now, Dan. You can feel less bad.
Yeah.
So
I was going to blame my tiredness, but now I can blame Brandon.
Youthful exuberance. We'll blame youthful exuberance. Yeah.
There you go.
So yes. So Mike and Jen, Our Theme Live. Make sure you go and check those guys out. They do some great live streams. They do some great vlogs. They do some great dining reviews. They cover also all theme parks. You know, not just Disney, but all theme parks. I love their content. I'm glad they will be making a comeback soon. So yeah, welcome back.
We're also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those. So yeah, check us out.
All the socials, all the things. Check them out. You will see their link down in my description as well. Wow, just in time to catch the boy napping or yawning. So yeah. So I mean, I thought it was late for me and Brandon, but obviously boy wonder. Me and Dan, sorry, yeah, it's getting late.
How tired are you?
As tired as you are, my friend. But yeah, obviously
he's drunk. He's trying to.
Boy Wonder needs to get to bed as well. By the looks of things, yawning his face off. So, so Brandon, yeah, you got more hours.
I personally have nothing to promote, but I mean, check out all these great channels. Check out. I was going to do the grid, but check out Mike and Jen and Our Theme Life. Check out Adam at Adam's Land way over there. Check out DizneyDan.
Ebony, of course.
Yeah, check out Ebony as well. Ebony's little channel. Check out DizneyDan. Check out Angle It. RobFuz. Check out RobFuz.
Thanks, man.
Check out everyone here. And yeah, please go support them. I can't stress that enough. Everyone has great channels. And yeah, thank you all for coming.
Thank you, dude. Thank you very much.
I want to wish Derek over at DG Explorers happy birthday too, my partner channel. Happy birthday, Derek. He's on his way back. He's in Chicago. He messaged me. He's a good guy.
Awesome.
So happy birthday, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Rob, and happy birthday to Derek. Rachel says, everyone Hulk smash that like button. Wow. Kay says, before everyone leaves, please smash the like button and subscribe to our host, Adam's Land. Thank you, Kay. Kay also says, subscribe to Our Theme Live, FantasmicEars, RobFuz, DizneyDan, and Ebony's little channel. So thank you, guys. This has been...
Wait, I want to leave everybody with something funny. People falling over.
Yay.
Wait for it.
Focus it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Now
Dan,
the day,
Dan,
now the
link
day
that
we
to
can
me.
incorporate that into a pub game between all of us is, obviously in probably January when it gets icy outside. We'll just go, we'll drink a load of shots and then run outside with our phones.
Shotgun in the tight green suit.
Yes, just as a power.
It's
So,
closer.
Grace says, "Have a great night, everyone," or morning to those on the other side of the pond. Thank you, Grace. Yes, I'm going to go and enjoy about 4 hours sleep. Hilarious seeing people fall, says Ruth. Hey, Ruth, welcome, and thanks for being in the pub. And yes, so that is Pub Talk number 27 in the bag. I want to thank Rob for being here. I want to thank Mike and Jen, our Team Life. I want to thank Brandon. I want to thank DizneyDan. I want to thank all of you guys for coming to the pub, joining us, laughing with us. I hope you laughed, having a drink with us. And guys, we will see you. I'm not sure when the next pub talk will be, but we will let you guys know. I'm not sure which channel or which pub it will be in, but we will let you guys know. And we will see you all soon. Cheers, guys. My beer's empty, but cheers.
Yeah, my beer's empty as well.
Everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.